American Auto is a comedy, a half-hour comedy set in the automotive industry in Detroit, and it is a workplace comedy dealing with kind of the issues of corporate America's morality and human beings. I play Catherine Hastings. Catherine is the CEO, the newly appointed CEO here at Payne Automotive. She comes from Big Pharma. She prefers money over morals, generally speaking, and she doesn't know very much about cars. So she's in over her head, but she's a very competent, excited CEO. And it's amazing to be a part of. It's funny, like to reach a point in your career where you realize you've been a part of a larger family for a long time. Obviously, everybody who comes out of the SNL system is part of that super family structure. Some might say mafia, and it's really nice to be on a comedy at home at NBC because I think they're incredibly good at developing comedies, and I think they're incredibly uniquely good at supporting comedies. So the audience that comes to an NBC comedy has a history with NBC, with the people who have performed on NBC, everything from Saturday night all the way through their half-hour roster. So there's kind of a reputation for intelligence, and there's a familiarity that's just a shorthand, and it feels really comforting to me to be kind of back under the peacock feathers. I'm definitely an ensemble performer. It's my preference. I come from improv comedy. I came up through the Groundlings here in LA, and I'm more comfortable sharing the space with other performers. I'm not a stand-up comedian. I come as an actor and as an improvisational actor. So to me, it's very organic, and this is an incredible ensemble of super smart, super funny performers. So they're good at tossing the ball around, basically, not to be all artsy fartsy about it, but it's just it makes it more fun. There's more energy sort of brought to the game and to share amongst a crowd. And I also just think that really good workplace comedies, in some ways, are metaphorically about found family. And so this ensemble it's a clunky family system, and everybody's got their weird role in it, and whether or not they're comfortable with it is their own thing. But that's what workplace comedies do well. And I think Justin is particularly good at that. Justin Spitzer, the creator, is amazing at finding the interpersonal anxieties like a family system would have, but that workplaces bring up for people. They're bullshit, basically, that they bring from wherever else they come from, in terms of their internal status and how they fit into the group, and who's more important and who's more in charge, and are they getting credit, and all of those things that kind of start at home and bleed into a workplace. But he's also really good at putting it into the larger context of American culture. And a really good friend of mine, we were talking about this show, and she said it so beautifully. She's like, I feel like your show is about Americans who are being bad at being good. And it is true. It's sort of the moral crises of corporate America, of capitalism, if you want to even get that big, about how do you do it in a way that's kind and good to human beings. And it's I don't think we've seen many comedies deal so specifically with corporate greed and with the bottom line and where human beings fall in the middle of that or to the side of it. I was excited because the challenge of portraying a woman uncomfortably in power is very intriguing to me, because I think it's familiar,